I am back today with a very impressive AKP, and this one is actually a Romanian import from M&M Industries. If you follow the channel, you'll know I've been reviewing some of their stuff lately, as well as their sister company, Colorado Gun. They have a lot of good newly manufactured firearms as well as imports to select from, and these guys sent this out to the channel for us to try out. More information is available on my campsite page, and a ton of information about other companies can be found over there as well. I just got the updated campsite page, so when you click over there, there'll be a few different options. Check out that first link, and it'll guide you to all the info you need, as well as just opportunities to get the best info out there on everything I find and review on the internet. The next thing I want to discuss is M&M Industries not only sent this out to the channel, but created a specific code for my 704 Tactical viewers, and that code is 704 Tactical for anything off their site. That is going to be good on every single thing, including this AKP. I love grabbing some of stuff like this because it's very rare that I get a Romanian AK out to the channel. I've been reviewing a lot of the US produced AKs and fallen in love with a lot of those, but it's something about a Romanian AK that just screams durability and reliability over time and a more traditional experience. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the US AKs that I've run on the channel, but some don't want to shoot US AKs, they want to shoot the imported AKs. This is a great option there. We are going to review this starting from the front and going towards the back and talk about the reliability and durability at the range. But let's start off with the front. It comes with this flash hider that does an amazing job. If you've ever shot an AKP, you'll know that the fireball is insane, but if you can see in the intro, it's actually not that bad because this tames it down. So if you want that fireball down at the range, you can swap that out, but if you want a more practical application for this, maybe even truly for personal defense, this thing rides shotgun in your seat, and you want it to be able to keep your night vision at night, this is going to be a very nice break on there, or actually a flash hider to mitigate that flash, and it does a very good job. Now that's actually attached to a cold hammer forged barrel. Now this M10 imported by Romania is using good quality components. It features a 12.5-inch chrome lined cold hammer forged barrel, and that is going to be key, especially for long-term reliability and durability of this barrel. You can shoot thousands upon thousands of rounds without any issues whatsoever, and it's going to last a lot longer than a traditionally produced barrel. That cold hammer forged barrel is a solid option. The next thing I want to discuss is the fact that it is chrome lined, so if you are running corrosive ammo, it's going to be very corrosion resistant. I do also want to mention that the fact that the gas tube is also chrome lined, so if you are running that corrosive ammo, not only is your barrel protected a little bit better, but so is your gas tube because that's directly where it flows. Other cool thing about this company is it's made, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce the factory, so I'm just going to say it, I'll spell it out for you guys. It's the CUGIR Arms Factory in Romania, and they're using good quality components in every single aspects. The trunnions and bolt carrier are actually forged, so that's going to allow you for that extreme wear resistance over long periods of time, and that's what you want to see in an AK. At this point, I'm not even bringing on AKs or featuring AKs that don't have those forged components because they just don't last. This one has those, and it's made again in that really quality Romanian AK factory. The other cool thing about this is it's very nimble, it handles very well, and with that 12.5-inch barrel, it still slings the projectiles out of there at a decent velocity, and it packs a punch, but again, it is very compact. This transfers as a pistol on the 4473, and I know the elephant in the room is kind of going to be that back trunnion, and you can see it's completely flat, so there is no real addition of anything on the back without slight alterations, so that's something to consider when you're picking this up, but no issues with all the rulings going on right now. If you want more information about those, you can check out other videos. It's not really the place for it in this particular one, but just know everything that they're doing is an insane infringement, and that's my opinion. Moving along, surrounding that gas system, surrounding that barrel is this polymer handguard, but they offer a wide variety of variations that you can look at and gather more information on, like Magpul MOE, but I actually like the way this one looks. It feels comfortable in your hand. It's got a lot of slot cutouts, and this polymer is thick. It is a thick, solid chunk of polymer. It is not thin, it is not flimsy, and this top piece does have a little rattle to it, and it does have a polymer pick rail there. I'm going to leave it as is. You could add a red dot on there. I feel like it would be fairly secure. But this is just straight up iron sights, leave it in its current configuration and blast rounds down at the range, maybe even ride shotgun for a few different scenarios. The sights themselves have a decent sight radius for an AKP, nothing to write home about. They work, they do what they need to do, and they're accurate at a reasonable distance. Moving along to the receiver itself, it's a traditional receiver, but this is where I want to talk about the finish. The finish is not great. It is what it is. That's probably the one downfall of this particular setup. The finish is not great. When you pull it out of the box, it doesn't feel refined when it comes to the finish. You can see odd texturing to it, almost bubbling, but that hasn't gotten worse with time. Like, this thing was heated up. I ran a lot of rounds through it, and I grabbed a lot of those rounds from AIM Surplus. I get all of my AK ammo through these guys who sell it to me at cost, so a huge shout out to them. Definitely check them out. Tell them 704 Tactical sent you over, but yeah, the finish is not great. You can see wear already on the safety selector in different parts of the receiver, and I've only taken it down to the range like 2 or 3 times and kind of rode around with it for a little bit, and the finish is already coming off. It is what it is. There's a lot of good quality AKs out there from like top tier brands that the finish isn't spectacular. That's probably the one thing about some of the newly produced US AKs I've been reviewing. Their finish is on point. So whatever they're doing, it's not this. Moving along to the reliability, it was 100% functional down to range. No issues whatsoever. And that seems to be the case with most Romanian AKs I've been taking a look at or shooting as of late. They're just solid, reliable machines, and this one is no different from M&M Industries. It just puts the next round in, throws the old one out, and will continue to do that every single time you pull the trigger, and it slings the shells into the stratosphere. I have reviewed AKPs in the past that were slightly undergassed or maybe were a little bit more finicky on ammo. Not this one. This one doesn't care, and it eats absolutely everything, so that's really cool. The grip on this is pretty good. Really slick though, kind of a very rigid, solid, hard polymer, but I like it. It looks good, it feels good, no issues there. The safety selector is incredibly tight, a lot tighter than I would like to see, and it doesn't have that lip extension, but again, we are talking about a more traditionalist AK design, and we already talked about that finish kind of coming off. It seems like it's easily scratchable, but again, not that big of a deal. In summary, if you were looking for a solid, reliable AKP, that was made in Romania with a cold hammer forged chrome line barrel, a chrome line gas tube, and forged components for your trunnions and bolt. Look no further. This thing is awesome, and you will not have to mortgage your home to acquire one. Again, all of the information will be over on my campsite page. A solid option, and a huge shout out to M&M Industries for sending this out to the channel and creating that code 704 Tactical for 10% off anything they have. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.